Thank you, Chairman Curtis and members Carey and Landquist. I appreciate you giving us the opportunity to appear here today and to present to you what is an almost complete settlement agreement between Missoula County Attorney's Office, the United States Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, the Montana Attorney General's Office, and you as representatives of Missoula County. You indicated at the outset that there was an agreement to approve. There are actually two agreements to approve, and that is very important. What has happened since I last talked to you is essentially, first of all, the Department of Justice did its very best to bring you into this entire situation, and basically threatening to sue Missoula County with respect to civil rights violations. As a result, you have engaged Steve Carey to represent Missoula County, and he has represented your interests in that regard. In addition, the Montana Attorney General, Tim Fox, in early April contacted me and essentially suggested that I agree that it would be a good idea for him to try to facilitate a settlement between the U.S. DOJ and my office, and further that he wanted to try and see what he could do to take the benefits of any agreement that we could reach and apply them as much as is practical on a statewide basis. As a result, the parties, the U.S. DOJ and the Missoula County Attorney's Office, agreed to extend the period of time that the U.S. DOJ could file an answer in the declaratory judgment action. We extended it a second time because we were not able to complete negotiations within the initial period of time. But late last week, we essentially reached an agreement. That agreement involves you in the sense that we are, number one, expecting you to fund certain aspects of this agreement, and we have been led to believe, based on Mr. Carey's representations, that you will do that, even though you can't actually authorize that until you meet and vote today. But there are three things that you're being asked to fund in these agreements. Number one is my request to appropriate $10,000 a year to our office, which we will use to contract with expert witnesses in sexual assault cases. You've heard me talk in the past how I think that that is a very important aspect of being able to prove our cases in court and to explain to juries, who are the ultimate arbiters of whether some offense has occurred, why a victim's conduct in a particular situation may not be as clear-cut and obvious in terms of resisting advances or the behavior that might occur as a result of trauma or anything of that nature. You may recall that during the Jordan Johnson trial, the county attorney's office employed David Lisak as an expert witness. He is one of the foremost leading experts in the United States, and he provided that kind of testimony in that case. And we think while we did not obtain a conviction in the case, it certainly was an important aspect of the state's case and one that we would want to have the opportunity to pursue in the future. In addition, you're being asked to fund the position of a victim witness coordinator in the county attorney's office. That person will work primarily with victims of sexual assault. I see that person as having a somewhat different role than a victim advocate from the Crime Victim Advocate's Office, although there is a certain overlap of duties involved in that position. But that was something that the U.S. Department of Justice was insistent upon, and it was something, as I said, your attorney, Steve Perry, offered as one of the ways to resolve this matter. My guess is that that position will cost something in the neighborhood of $45,000 to $50,000 a year to fund, and the basic difference involved in that and the Crime Victim Advocate is that person will be an employee of the county attorney's office, will have direction from the county attorney as to doing certain things, and will ensure that the county attorney's obligations under this agreement and other agreements that we entered into with the police department or the sheriff's office or any other law enforcement agencies will be implemented in a way that the victims are fully informed of actions that are pending in court or that our office takes or does not take. And we think that that will improve the relations with those victims to have that person doing that job.